The decline in revenue will be uppermost in legislators' minds as they begin working on crafting a budget. I spoke with eCapitol News Director Shawn Ashley about that and the preparations for the upcoming legislative session at the Capitol. Shawn, what's the latest on the budget?
Well, to put it in simplest terms, it's not good. The current fiscal year, FY 2016, a revenue shortfall has been declared. State agencies are going to see their budgets cut approximately $176 million by the end of the fiscal year on June 30th. The most recent numbers for the next fiscal year are no better either. They're approximately $900.9 million less, nearly $1 billion, or 12.9% less than what was appropriated for the current fiscal year. As a result of that, we're seeing a number of agencies begin to take steps in order to deal with those problems. First of all, everybody has been ordered to cut their budgets for the current fiscal year by 3% because of the anticipated revenue shortfall this year. And then as they look toward next year, they're waiting to see what the legislature is going to do. The House and Senate have been holding budget hearings, particularly the Senate has had all of its subcommittees review agency budgets and warn them that they should expect cuts in the coming year. The House will begin holding some hearings on February 2nd, right after the legislative session begins, and they'll probably repeat that message as well.
So some painful days ahead.
Oh, exactly.
The legislative session for 2016 starts in less than a month. What's being done to prepare for that?
Well, right now we're in what's called the bill filing period. Members are having bills drafted that they want heard between February 1st and the last Friday in May when the legislative session ends. Members indicated they would like to requested approximately 2,400 new pieces of legislation to be heard in the upcoming year. Now, not all of those will all those requests won't become bills. You may have two gentlemen or two ladies who ask for similar pieces of legislation about the same subject, and one of them decides not to run their bill. But we'll probably see close to 2,000 new pieces of legislation filed. Already there are 1,700 pieces of legislation carried over from the previous legislative session that could be considered when the new session gets underway. So they'll have a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, at this point, I can't tell you what all the great pieces of legislation are because only about 150 of those better than 2,000 have been filed, but we're waiting to see what they have to say in those bills.
All right. Well, it's going to be interesting this year for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Shawn Ashley, thanks for joining us from eCapitol.
You're very welcome.